In the heart of New York City, skyscrapers reached toward the clouds, and streets buzzed with the constant rhythm of life. People rushed by, immersed in their own worlds, rarely noticing the struggles around them. But sometimes, a single act of kindness could change the course of someone's life forever. This is one of those stories, a story of hope, persistence, and the extraordinary power of belief. Lena Carter, 26, ran a small coffee truck parked on a busy Manhattan corner. From 6 in the morning until dusk, she brewed coffee, served customers with a smile, and baked cupcakes from scratch, pouring her heart into every detail. Though her truck was modest, Lena carried a big dream: to open her own bakery, a place where the aroma of fresh pastries could bring comfort, where people could taste happiness with every bite. Despite her hard work, reality was harsh. She didn't have the money. She didn't have investors. She barely scraped by. Each night, after locking up her truck, she would stand under the flickering streetlights, wondering silently, will I ever get a real chance? Or am I meant to stay here forever? Lena's days were long and tiring. She woke up before dawn, prepared her ingredients, and meticulously cleaned and organized her small truck. By morning, the city was alive, people rushing by, unaware of the tiny truck serving warmth and sweetness. Some smiled at her, some ignored her completely. Yet, she continued, believing in her dream even when the world didn't notice. One bright morning, as Lena was arranging her cupcakes, a sleek black SUV pulled up beside her truck. Out stepped a man with silver hair and a confident, calm demeanor. Henry Dalton, a renowned New York City restaurant investor, had seen hundreds of aspiring entrepreneurs. Yet something about this small coffee truck made him stop. He approached Lena, curious. "One cappuccino," he said, "and show me your best cupcake." Lena prepared his order carefully. The first sip of coffee made him nod in approval. Then he bit into a cupcake, and he froze slightly, eyes widening. "This isn't street-level taste," he said softly. "This is bakery-level talent." Lena smiled shyly. Praise was not something she often received. She was used to people walking by without a second glance. Henry didn't leave after the cupcake. Instead, he asked, "Tell me honestly, what's your dream?" Lena hesitated, then spoke from her heart. "I want to open my own bakery," she admitted. "A place where people can feel at home, enjoy happiness in every bite. But I don't have the money, the space, or the license. I barely make enough just to keep this truck running." Henry studied her eyes, seeing not just exhaustion, but hope that refused to die. "If you were given a shop tomorrow, could you run it?" he asked. Lena laughed nervously. "Sir, I don't even have the funds to pay rent. How could I run a shop?" Henry smiled gently. "I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about a chance. Show me your dream." The next day, Henry led Lena to a small, vacant shop tucked between two bustling buildings. The space was simple: clean floors, bright walls, a window that caught the morning sunlight perfectly. Lena's heart raced. "This place, it's beautiful," she whispered. "But I can't afford it." Henry handed her a set of keys. 1 year. 0 rent. 0 advance. Only condition: bake with heart. Lena froze, tears welling in her eyes. Why me?" she asked. Henry's voice was steady. "Sometimes, one act of kindness can change everything. I see someone who deserves a chance. That's all the reason I need." And with that, Lena's journey truly began. For weeks, Lena poured every ounce of energy into the small shop. She cleaned, painted, decorated, and arranged shelves. She experimented with recipes late into the night, carefully crafting each cupcake and pastry. A simple sign above the door read, "Made with heart." On opening day, her hands shook as she set up the counter. Early customers trickled in, and by the afternoon, a line formed outside, waiting to taste her cupcakes. Social media quickly took notice. Photos appeared on Instagram, TikTok, and local blogs. People were drawn not only by the cupcakes but by the story of a girl who refused to give up. Despite her growing success, Lena remained humble. She remembered the nights of struggle, the empty counters, the feeling of being invisible. Every sale reminded her of why she kept going. Each compliment from a customer became fuel for her dream. Slowly, her bakery became a beacon of hope, a small but bright star in the crowded city. 2 months later, Lena's bakery was thriving. Lines stretched down the street. Her social media pages were buzzing. Local news outlets covered her story. When asked what made her successful so fast, Lena smiled. I wasn't given money. I was given kindness. And kindness is the most powerful investment in the world. One afternoon, Henry returned to the bakery. Lena approached him, curiosity shining in her eyes. Why did you help me? She asked. I'm just a coffee truck girl, you could have ignored me. Henry chuckled. When I was younger, my mother baked cupcakes in a tiny kitchen. People laughed at her, but one stranger offered her help. That kindness changed our lives. I promised myself I would do the same when I could. Today, that someone was you. A year later, Lena's bakery became more than a business. It became a hub for second chances. She hired people who were struggling, young adults without jobs, single parents, and those who had hit rock bottom. Every day, she reminded them, one person believed in me. Now, I believe in you. Henry returned one morning and observed the bustling shop, smiling. You're not just baking cupcakes anymore, Lena. You're baking hope. Lena nodded. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Lena's story spread across the city. Other aspiring entrepreneurs, inspired by her journey, began pursuing their own dreams with renewed determination. Parents brought their children to the bakery, telling them that kindness and perseverance could change lives. Social media influencers featured her story, and soon Lena was not only serving cupcakes but also inspiring hundreds of people daily. The bakery became a symbol, a place where the power of belief and kindness intersected. A single act of faith from a stranger had not just changed one life but had created a ripple effect, touching countless others. Lena knew that the opportunity she was given was a gift meant to be shared. She taught new hires not just how to bake but also how to approach life with hope and resilience.